जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से धरती को सजाया जाएगा,
सजाया जाएगा,
जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से धरती को सजाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
जिस दिन काले बाजारों में धन के चोर नहीं होंगे,
धन के चोर नहीं होंगे, धन के चोर नहीं होंगे,
मदिरा के सौदाई जिस दिन चारों ओर नहीं होंगे,
चारों ओर नहीं होंगे, चारों ओर नहीं होंगे,
अंडे मांस के खाने वाले रिश्वत खोर नहीं होंगे, जिस दिन सच कहने वालों के दिल कमजोर नहीं होंगे, भूखे बच्चों को जिस दिन भूखा न सुलाया जाएगा,
सुलाया जाएगा,
ओ भूखे बच्चों को जिस दिन भूखा न सुलाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
जिस दिन वीर शहीदों की कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी,
कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी, कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी,
देश के हित में सब कुछ देने वालों की पूजा होगी,
की पूजा होगी, की पूजा होगी,
उधम भगत सुभाष की जब कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी, वीर शिरोमणि लक्ष्मीबाई रानी की पूजा होगी, जब ऋषि के सपनों को साकार बनाया जाएगा,
बनाया जाएगा,
जब ऋषि के सपनों को साकार बनाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
Namaste and welcome to our final session of our Holi Yagna. This morning we'll begin with the bhajan Swagat Sab Jan Is Mandir. स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो भक्ति स्वाति की धार सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो रंजन सब नर नार स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो ईश सगुण निर्गुण अविनाशी मात पिता और यार ठोर भये हम वत्स सदा ही तार हमें संसार ओ तार हमें संसार सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो रंजन सब नर नार स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो भक्ति स्वाति की धार स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो तीर्थ भया यहाँ गोत लगावे पुण्य यहाँ परसाद संगति संतन नेम चलावे शोभन सब व्यवहार ओ शोभन सब व्यवहार सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो रंजन सब नर नार स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो भक्ति स्वाति की धार स्वागत सब जन इस मंदिर हो This morning, Pandit Prakash ji would lead us in Sandhya.
Om. As I begin this morning, we say a very cordial namaste to those of you who are sitting here in this mandir, and for those of you who are on social media joining us this morning. We pray that this first day of spring, when we've experienced what is called the vernal equinox, the spring equinox, the brightness of the spring season will brighten our hearts and brighten our lives. Om Atha Sandhyopasana Vidhi. We take water in our right palms and we sip. After we chant, Om Amrito Pastaranamase Swaha. Om Amrita Pidhanamase Swaha. Om Satyam Yashah Shrirmai Shri Shrayatam Swaha. Om Shanno Devirabhishtaya Apo Bhavanto Pitaye Shanyorabhi श्रवन्तु नः। देवी स्वरूप ईश्वर पूरन अभीष्ट कीजिए, यह नीर हो सुधा में कल्याण दान दीजिए। नित्य रिधि सिद्धि बरसे, हित हो सदा हमारा, बहती रहे हृदय में सदधर्म प्रेम धारा, सदधर्म प्रेम धारा। All pervading Mother, sweet and divine, be pleased to bless the cravings of my soul, to reach thy bosom me, this world of mine, be filled with peace and bliss from pole to pole. Athanga sparsha mantra, touching our various limbs and sense organs as we chant Om Vak Vak, Om Pranah Pranah, Om Chakshush Chakshuh, Om Shrotram Shrotram, Om Nabhi, Om Hridayam, Om Kantaha, Om Shiraha, Om Bahubhyam Yasho Balam, Om Karatal Karaprishthe. Once again, as we sprinkle water on our various limbs and sense organs, Marjana mantra. Om Bhuh Punatu Shirase, Om Bhuva Punatu Nitrayo, Om Swaha Punatu Kanthe, Om Maha Punatu Hridaye, Om Janah Punatu Nabhyam, Om Tapah Punatu Padayo, Om Satyam Punatu Punashirase, Om Kham Brahma Punatu Sarvatra. Pranayama mantra. As we practice breath control and as we exhale and inhale, removing the impure air that may exist in our body, we ask you to join us as we chant pranayam. Om Bhuh, Om Bhuvah, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Janah, Om Tapah, Om Satyam. Om Bhuh, Om Bhuvah, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Janah, Om Tapah, Om Satyam. Once more. Om Bhuh, Om Bhuvah, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Janah, Om Tapah, Om Satyam. Aghamarchana mantra. Om Mritancha Satyam Cha Bhid Dhata Tapaso Dhyajayata Tato Ratraye Jayata Tataha Samudro Arnavah. Om Samudra Darnava Dadhi Samvatsaro Ajayata Ahoratrani Vidadhad Vishwasya Mishyato Vashi. Om Surya Chandramasau Dhata Yatha Purvam Kalpayat दिवं च पृथिवीं चान्तरिक्षम् अथो स्वः ॐ शन्नो दैवीरभिष्टया आपो भवन्तु पीतये शयोरभिश्रवन्तु नः मनसा परिक्रमा mantra as we virtually circumambulate the universe, traversing to the cardinal points and above and below, we chant these mantras. Om Prachidig Agniradhipati Rasito Rakshita Ditya Ishavah Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Nama Ishibhyo Nama Ebhyo Astu Yosman Dveshtiyam Vayam Dvishmastamvo Jambhe Dadmaha Om Dakshinadigendro Dhipatistirastiraji Rakshita Pitara Ishavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Nama Ishbhyo Nama Ebhyo Astu Yosman Dveshtiyam Vayam Dvishmastamvo Jambhe Dadmaha Om Pratichi Digvaruno Dhipatihi Pridaku Rakshita Nama Ishavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Nama Ishbhyo Nama Ebhyo Astu Yosman Dveshtiyam Vayam Dvishmastamvo Jambhe Dadmaha Om Udichi Dig Somo Dhipatihi Swajo Rakshita Shanar Ishavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Nama Ishbhyo Nama Ebhyo Astu Yosman Dveshtiyam Vayam Dvishmastamvo Jambe Dadmaha Om Dhruvadik Vishnura Dhipatihi Kalmashigrivo Rakshita Virudha Ishavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Nama Ishbhyo Nama Ebhyo Astu Yosman Dveshtiyam Vayam Dvishmastamvo Jambhe Dadmaha Om Urdhvadig Brihaspatiradhipati Switro Rakshita Varshamishavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Nama Ishbhyo Nama Ebhyo Astu Yosman Dveshtiyam Vayam Dvishmastamvo Jambhe Dadmahan Upasthana Mantra. As we feel the presence of God around us, we chant these next mantras. Om Udvayam Tamasaspari Swaha Pashyanta Uttaram Devam Devatra Suryam Aganma Jyotiruttamam Om Udatyam Jata Vedasam Devam Vahanti Ketavah Drishe Vishvaya Suryam Om Chitram Devanam Mudagadanikam Chakshurmitrasya Varunasya Agnehe Apradyava Prithivi Antariksham Surya Atma Jagatastastu Shascha Swaha Om Tatchakshur Devahitam Purastachukramucharat Pashema Sharadaha Shatam Jivema शरदः शतं शृणुयाम शरदः शतं प्रब्रवाम शरदः शतं दीनः श्याम शरदः शतं भूयश्च शरदः शतम् ॐ शन्नो देवीरभीष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये शंयोरभि श्रवन्तु नः अथ ब्रह्म गायत्री सावित्री गुरु मंत्र ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. O soul of life, the holy King of kings, O God of all the regions, high and low, O Lord of joy, whose glory nature sings, who shapes the earth and lets the mortals grow. We seek thy blessed feet to meditate upon thy glorious form of holy light, which drives away the gloom of sin's behave and makes the souls of righteous people bright. My heart, O Father, meekly prays to thee, to win thy grace to make me good and wise, and bless my mind with knowledge full and free from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. Yes, from dark and vicious thoughts of sins and lies. Samarpana Vyakyam. हे ईश्वर दया निधे भवत्कृपयानेन जपोपासनादि कर्मणा धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्षाणां सद्यः सिद्धिर्भवे नः ततईश्वरं नमस्कुर्यात्. ॐ नमः शम्भवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च. हे मङ्गलेश शङ्कर मंगल करो हमारा, पावन प्रकाश पाए परमर्थ पुण्य द्वारा. परिज्ञान पे पिला दो अवदर गाध दानी, तेरी शरण में आया है भक्त यह भवानी, है भक्त यह भवानी. And now we bow to thee, O God of calm, O God of peace and Lord of bliss divine, thy grace supplies the burning hearts above. Thy blessings in our right desires shine. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Iti Sankshepat Sandhyopasana Vidhi Samapta. At this time, we invite our Yajmans for today to come and sit around the Vidhi, and Pandit Ravideen will now take over. Pandita Devi, can you set the Vidhi for us? Thank you.
Check two. Check two, 1, 2. Check 2, 1, 2. रे ना दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना. This morning we pray and ask the Lord, have mercy on us and make my mind pure. दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना. दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना. हमारे ध्यान में आओ प्रभु, आँखों में बस जाओ. हमारे ध्यान में आओ प्रभु, आँखों में बस जाओ. अंधेरे दिल में अंधेरे दिल में आकर के परम ज्योति जगा देना. दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना. दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना. बहा दो प्रेम की गंगा दिलों में, प्रेम का सागर. बहा दो प्रेम की गंगा दिलों में, प्रेम का सागर. हमें आपस में मिलजुल कर प्रभु रहना सिखा देना. दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना. दया करना हमारी आत्मा में शुद्धता देना. Once again, I ask you all to take a very comfortable seat as we prepare ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally to surrender unto the Lord, and as we begin the yajna. Om. Let's close our eyes for one moment. Take a deep breath. And as we call upon Omkar Bhagavan, focus on your breathing. Bring your mind into this mandir. Om. Breathing slowly and gently. And as we exhale, feel a sense of peace and tranquility within yourself. For the last time, breathing slowly and gently. And this time, feel the presence of the Lord within you. Atha Achmanam. Yajman taking water in their palms. And as they sip this water, they pray and they beg of the Lord, O Lord, take away all impurities from within me. Om Amrito Pastaranamasi Swaha. O Lord, O indestructible and protector of all, save us from pains and sorrow, just like a sheet protect us from below. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. O Lord, O indestructible and protector of all, save us from pains and sorrow, but this time from above. Om Satyam Yashah Shririmai Shrihi Shreyatam Swaha. O Lord, O protector of all, be gracious to us so that our lives may be filled with truth, fame, fortune, and prosperity. At Angasparsha, Yajman taking water in their left palms. And this time, as they touch the various limbs, they pray and beg of the Lord, strengthen those limbs, O Lord, make them strong so that these senses can fulfill their functions, leading the soul onto the righteous path. Om Vangma Asya Astu. Om Nasurme Pranostu. Om Akshnurme Chakshurastu. Om Karnyorme Shrotamastu. Om Bahavorme Balamastu. Om Urvorma Ojoastu. Om Arishtani Myangani Tanustanavame Sahasantu. Ateshwar Stuti Prarthana Upasana Mantraha. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Paraswa Yad Bhadran Tanna Aswa. Om Hiranyagarbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jatah Patireka Asit. Sadadhara Prithivim Dhyamute Mam Kasmai Devaya Havisha Videma. Om Ya Atmada Balada Yasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva Yasya Chayamritam Yasya Mrityuh Kasmai Devaya Havisha Videma. Om Ya Pranato Nimishato Mahitvaika Idraja Jagato Babhuva Ya Ishe Asya Dvipadaschatuspadah Kasmai Devaya Havisha Videma. Om Yena Dhyaudukra Prithivi Chadridha Yena Swasthapitam Yena Nakaha Yo Antarikshe Rajaso Vimanaha Kasmai Devaya Havisha Videma. Om Prajapate Na Tvaritanyano विश्वाजातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामास्ते जुहुमस्तन्नो अस्तु वयं स्याम पतयोरयीणाम् ॐ सनो बन्धुर्जनिता स विधाता धामानि वेद भुवनानि विश्वा यत्र देवा अमृतमानशानास् तृतीधा मन्यभेर्ययन्ता ॐ अग्निनय सुपथाराय यस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नमोक्तिं विधीमा। हे सकल जगत के उत्पत्ति कर्ता समग्र ऐश्वर्य युक्त शुद्ध स्वरूप सर्व सुखों के दाता परमेश्वर, आप कृपा करके हमारे संपूर्ण दुर्गुण दुर्व्यसन और दुखों को दूर कीजिए। जो कल्याणकारक गुण कर्म स्वभाव वाले पदार्थ है वे सब हमको प्राप्त कीजिए। हे परम पिता भगवान, हे दयालु परमात्मा, O radiant divinity, O cause of all manifestations in this universe, as we sit in this mandir here this morning and as we celebrate the festival of Phagwa, we beg of thee, O Lord, to remove all impurities from us and endow us with all that is noble. O self-effulgent being, all holy and knower of all things, lead us through the path of goodness, of prosperity and knowledge, and keep us away from evil deeds. To achieve this end, may we always contemplate your divine nature and be always happy. Iti Ishwar Stuti Prarthanopasana Prakaranam Atha Swastivachanam. And those who are following us in the Vedic Aradhana, it's page 55 and page 56. Om Agnimire Purohitam Yajasya Deva Mritvijam Hotaram Ratnadhatamam Om Sanah Piteva Sunavigni Supayano Bhava Sachaswanah Swastai Om Swasti no Mimitamashvina Bhaga Swasti Divyaritir Narvanah Swasti Pusha Asuro Dhatuna Swasti Dhyava Prithivi Suchetuna Om Swastai Vayu Mupravahamahe Somam Swasti Bhuvanasya Yaspatihi Brihaspatim Sarvaganam Swastai Swastaya Aditya Sobhavantu Naha Om Vishvi Devano Adhya Swastai Vaishvanaro Vasuragnihi Swastai Deva Avanta Privavaha Swastai Swasti no Rudraha Parvam Hasaha Om Swasti Mitra Varuna Swasti Pati Rivati Swasti na Indraschagarnischa Swasti no Aditi Kridhi ॐ स्वस्ति पन्थामनुचरेम सूर्याचन्द्रमसा विव पुनर्दधताग्नता जानता संगमे मही. May we accept all responsibilities and duties just as the sun and moon unswervingly revolve in their orbits. May we associate with those who are learned, pious, charitable, and non-violent. Iti sankshepatāh swasti vācanam atha shanti karnam. We are on page 63, 64. Vedic Aradhana. Om Shana Indragni Bhavatam Abhobhi Shana Indra Varuna Rat Havya Shamindra Soma Suvitaya Shanyo Shana Indra Pushana Vajasatau Om Shano Bhagah Shamunah Shansu Astu Shana Purandi Shamusanturaya Shana Satyasya Suryamasya Shansah Shano Aryama Purujato Astu Om Shano Dhata Shamudratano Astu Shana Uruchi Bhavatu Swadhabhi Shanrodasi Brihati Shano Adrihi Shano Devanam Suhavani Santu Om Shano Agnir Jyotiraniko Astu Shano Mitra Varuna Vishvinasham Shana Sukritam Sukritani Santu Shana Ishiro Abhivatu Vataha Om Shano Dhyava Prithivi Purvahutau Shamantariksham Trishayeno Astu Shana Oshadhirvanino Bhavantu Shano Rajasas Patirastu Jishnu Om Shana Indro Vasurvidevo Astu Samaditye Varunah Sushansah Shano Rudro Rudre Jalasha Shanasvastagna Virihasrinotu Om Shanah Somo Bhavatu Brahma Shannah Shano Gravanah Samusantu Yajjah Shanah Swarunamitayo Bhavantu Shanah Prasvah Samvastu Vidhi. May the all peaceful one give us peace. May our religious undertakings bring us peace. May the plants and vegetables bring us peace. And may the oblations in this Vedi bring us peace. Atha Shiva Sankalpa Mantra. And as we chant the Shiva Sankalpa mantras, we beg of the Lord to bless our minds with beautiful and benevolent thoughts. Om Yajagrato Duramudeti Devam Taru Suptasya Tateveti Durangamam Jyotisham Jyotirekam तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु। ॐ येन कर्माण्यपसो मनीषिणो यज्ञे कृण्वन्ति विदधतेषु धीराः यद् पूर्वं यक्षमन्तः प्रजानां तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु। ॐ यत् प्रजानमुत चेतो कृतिश्च यज्ज्योतिरन्तरमृतं प्रजासु यस्मानरिते किञ्चन कर्म क्रियते तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु। ॐ येनेदं भूतं भुवनं भविष्यत् परिगृहीतममृतेन सर्वं येन यजस्तायते सप्तहोता तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु। ॐ यस्मिन् ऋचः सामयजुगुंषि यस्मिन् प्रतिष्ठिता रत्नाभाविवाराः यस्मिंश्चित्तं सर्वमोतं प्रजानां तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु। ॐ सुषारतिरश्वानि वयन्मनुष्यान् नेनीयते भीषुभिर्वाजिन इव हृत्प्रतिष्ठं यदचिरं च विष्ठम् तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु। तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु। ॐ सनः पवस्व शङ्गवे शञ्जनाय शमर्वते शन्राजनोषधीभ्यः। ॐ अभयं नः करत्यन्तरिक्षमभयं द्यावा पृथिवी उभे इमे अभयं पश्चादभयं पुरस्तात् दुत्तराधधराधभयं नो अस्तु। ॐ अभयं मित्राधभयममित्राधभयं जाताधभयं परोक्षात् अभयं नक्तम् अभयं दिवानः सर्व आशा मम मित्रं भवन्तु सर्व आशा मम मित्रं भवन्तु इति संक्षेपतः शान्तिकरणम्। अथ अग्नि ध्यान. May we all stand as we kindle the sacrificial fire. Since we know God to be the divine light, we kindling that sacrificial fire this morning as we culminate the yajna. Om Bhur-bhuvah swaha. Om Bhur-bhuvah swadhyariva bhumna prithvi varimna tasyaste prithvi devayajani Prishtegni mannadha mannadhyayadhadhe. Yajman fanning the fire. Om Udbudya Swagni Pratijagrihi Tvamishta Purte Samsrije Thamayancha Asmint Saraste Adyuttarashmin Vishwi Deva Yajmanascha Sidata. Take your seats, please. Atha Samidadhana. We make offerings of Samidha this time. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vidasti Nidhyasva Vardhasva Chida Vardaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchasi Nanadhina Samidhaya Swaha Idamagnai Chata Virasi Idanna Mama Om Samidhaganim Duvasyata Gritair Bodhayata Titim Asmin Havya Juhotana Om Susamidhaya Shochishe Gritam Tivram Juhotana Agnayi Chata Virasi Swaha Idamagnayi Chata Virasi Idanna Mama Om Tantva Samidhirangiro Kritina Vardhayamasi Brihachochaya Vishtya Swaha Idamagnaye Angirase Itam na Mama Atha Panchakrita Huti. We make 5 ghee offerings at this time. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vidasti Nidhyasva Vardhasva Chida Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchasi Nanadhina Samidhaya Swaha Idamagnayi Chata Vidasi Idanna Mama Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vidasi Nidhyasva Vardhasva Chida Vardaya Chasman Prajaya Pashuvir Brahma Varchasi Nanadhina Samidhaya Swaha Idamagnayi Chata Virasi Idanna Mama Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vidasti Nidhyasva Vardhasva Chida Vardaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchasi Nanadhina Samidhaya Swaha Idamagnayi Chata Vidasi Idanna Mama Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vidasti Nidhyasva Vardhasva Chida Vardaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchasi Nanadhina Samidhaya Swaha Idamagnayi Chata Vidasi Idanna Mama Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vidasti Nidhyasva Vardhasva Chida Vardaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchasi Nanadhina Samidhaya Swaha Idamagnayi Chata Virasi Idanna Mama Atha Jal Sanchana. Sprinkling of the water in all directions, starting from the eastern. Om Arite Numanyaswa Om अनुमतीनुमन्यस्व ॐ सरस्वत्यनुमन्यस्व ॐ देवासवितः प्रसुवयजं प्रसुवयज पतिं भगाय दिव्यो गन्धर्वः कीतपूः कीतन्नः पुनातु वाचस्पतिर्वाचन्नः स्वरतु. We continue with the ghee. First offering the northern side in the kund, and the second in the southern, and the next two in the middle. Om Agnaye Swaha Idam Agnaye Idanna Mama Om Somaya Swaha Idan Somaya Idanna Mama Om Prajapataye Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idanna Mama Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idanna Mama. Ghee or samagri at this time. Om Surya Jyotir Jyotihi Suryah Swaha Om Suryo Varcho Jyotir Varchah Swaha Om Jyotihi Suryah Suryo Jyotihi Swaha Om Sajurdivina Savitra Sajurushasindra Jushanah Suryo Vetu Swaha Om Agnir Jyotiragnihi Swaha Om Agnirvarcho Jyotivarchah Swaha. Silent prayer. Om Swaha Om Sajurdivina Savitra Sajuratrena Vyadyat Jushano Agnirvetu Swaha Om Bhuragnaye Pranaya Swaha Idam Agnaye Pranaya Idanna Mama Om Bhurvayave Panaya Swaha Idam Vayave Panaya Idanna Mama Om Swaradityaya Dhyanaya Swaha Idamadityaya Dhyanaya Idanna Mama Om Bhurvuvah Swaragni Vayavarityebhyah Pranapan Vyanebhyah Swaha Idam Agni Vayavarityebhyah Pranapan Vyanebhyah Idanna Mama Om Apo Jyoti Rasomritam Brahma Bhurbhuvaswarom Swaha Om Yang Medham Devaganah Pitaraschopasati Tayama Madhyamedayagni Medhavinam Kuru Swaha Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadrantanna Asuva O Swaha Om Agni Naya Supatharai Yasman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vitwan Yuyodhyasmach Juhuranamino Bhuishtanti Nama Uktim Vidhima Swaha.
All of us wonderful, blessed souls in Mandir today, Today, as we conclude our third day in this Holi Yagna, today we are very happy to see Uncle Sinat and Auntie Noreen as a couple, as our Yajman, along with our other Yajmans in Mandir here today. And today we pray and ask God for all of us as we, whatever are our desires as we come to this, as we come to Mandir yet another Sunday, yet another holy time. We ask God, addressing God as Agni, to purify and lengthen our lives. And that in our day-to-day lifestyle, may we consume wholesome and nutritious food so that we, all of us, will have that requisite energy to perform our defined functions as well as our mandir and societal functions. ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः अग्न आयुंषि पावसा आसुवर्जमिषं च नः आरे बाधस्वदुच्छुनां स्वाहा इरमग्नये पावमानाय इदन्न मम ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः अग्निर्षिः पावमानः पाञ्चजन्यः पुरोहितः तमे महे महागयं स्वाहा इरमग्नये पावमानाय
मम
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः अग्ने पवस्वा स्वपा अस्मे वर्चः सुवीर्यं ददत्रये मये पोषां स्वाहा इरमग्नये पावमानाय
इदन्न मम
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः प्रजापते न त्वदेतानन्यो विश्वा जातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामस्ते जुहुमस्तनो अस्तु वयं स्याम पतयोरयिणां स्वाहा इदं प्रजापतये
इदन्न मम
ॐ त्वन्नो अग्ने वरुणस्य विद्वान् देवस्य हेदो वयासि श्रेष्ठाः यजिष्ठो वह्नित्तमः शोषुचानो विश्वा द्वेषांसि प्रममुग्यस्मत् स्वाहा इरमग्नि वरुणाभ्याम् इदन्न मम मा यज्ञं हिंसिष्टं मा यज्ञपतिं जातवेदसौ यज्ञपति. As we, all of us, year after year, as we make an effort to pati, as to protect Yajna, today as we bring this holy Yajna to a close, we pledge to ourselves, all of us in Mandir, all of us who were here last night and Friday night, whatever little we can do to foster the good of Yajna and the continuous performance of Yajna, we'll all make an effort to do so, as it says here, that may we be protectors of Yajna, and whatever little excess of our wealth we may have, that we can use for the fostering of Yajna, we will use a little of that wealth. ॐ भवतनः समनसौ सचेतसावरे पसौ मा यज्ञं हिंसिष्टं मा यज्ञपतिं जातवेदसौ शिवो भवतमद्यनः स्वाहा इदं जातवेदोभ्याम् इदन्न मम. Today also we pray for all our family members. As I indicated earlier on, we are very happy to see Uncle Sinat. Last year, he had major health challenges. Thank God, with the efforts of his Dharmpatni and his family members and his medical team, he's here with us today. And other members who are still not in the best of health and who are watching us online. We think of all those members. Each one of us, we know of a family member, a Mandir member who is not in the best of health. And we pray and ask God. And also we think today, as we celebrate Holi starting since last Friday, we think of those places on the face of Mother Earth where the peace is disturbed. We think of the people in Ukraine and those surrounding countries where they're taking in the refugees and the suffering they're having. We ask God that just like how a ripened fruit is released from its stem, in the same way, all these people with health challenges and problems, may all their problems be taken away, and may renewed health, may a life of normalcy be restored unto all these good, wonderful individuals, all of us. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityurmukshiya Mamritat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityurmukshiya Mamritat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityurmukshiya Mamritat Swaha. Before we continue, Bhai Sagar, I'll ask you to come up on stage real quick. Bhai Sagar was not here last week, but on March 10th, Bhai Sagar celebrated a milestone birthday. I'll ask you to sit here and make a few offerings of ghee. Bhai Sagar, can I tell him the number? Yeah. Bhai Sagar turned 65 on March 10th. And we salute Bhai Sagar, being 65 and the energies he exercised, he used to enable this mandir, the wheels of this mandir, to continue to roll ahead smoothly with the entire team of administrative people. Bhai Sagar, today we ask God, as this mantra says, Indra Jiva, Surya Jiva, that asking God, that omnipresent Master, may your life be one which is long. May you attain a full span of life equipped with not only physical strength, but more importantly, divine and mental strength. May you always be blessed with that powerful functional intellect that will enable good decision making for this mandir and all the other groups you're part of in our community. Om Indra Jiva Surya Jiva Deva Jiva Jivayasam Sarvamayur Jivayasam Swaha. Om Suchakshasa Aham Akshibhyam Bhuyasam Suvarcha Mukhena Sushrutaha Karnabhyam Bhuyasam Swaha. Om Samma Sinchantu Marutaha Samposha Sambrihaspati Sammayamagnihi Sinchatu Prajaya cha Danena cha Dirgham Ayuhu Krinotu me Swaha. And asking God, all of us as we pray together as a Mandir family, for the chairman of our trustees, Bhai Sagar, we ask God, Bhai Sagar, Bhadram Karne Bihi Shrinuyama Deva. May you continue to listen to that which is noble. May you continue to see that which is auspicious, singing God's praises with strong limbs and a healthy body. May you enjoy a long lifespan determined by your wonderful, noble good deeds. Om Bhadram Karnebihi Shrinuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyemakshabhir Yajatraha Stirairangaistushtavam सत्सनोभिर व्यशेमहि देवहितं यदायुः स्वाहा स्वाहा. On behalf of all of us, Bhai Sagar, we say a very happy, a very blessed birthday to you, and may you continue to enjoy a long and healthy life. आगे कीजिए पंडित रवि जी.
We continue with the yajna, only ghee at this time. Om Agnai Swaha Idam Agnai Idanna Mama Om Somaya Swaha Idan Somaya Idanna Mama Om Prajapataye Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idanna Mama Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idanna Mama Om Bhuragnaye Swaha Idam Agnaye Idanna Mama Om Bhurvayave Swaha Idam Vayave Idanna Mama Om Swaradityaya Swaha Idam Adityaya Idanna Mama Om Bhurбhuvah Swaragani Vayavadityebhyah Swaha Idam Agni Vayavadityebhyah Idanna Mama At Brahma Gayatri Savitri Guru Mantra. And let us all join our wonderful voices together as we chant the Gayatri Mantra. Ghee and samagri this time. Om Bhurбhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurбhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurбhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. हे दयालु परमात्मन, आप अपनी असीम कृपा से हमारी सदा रक्षा करते हैं। आप ही हमारे जीवन आधार है। अपने सेवकों के दुखों को दूर करके उनको सुख देने वाले हैं। आप सर्वत्र सुप्रतिष्ठित और सुप्रसिद्ध हैं। आप सर्वोत्तम, शुद्ध, पवित्र और ज्ञान स्वरूप है। आपसे ही यह सारा जगत उत्पन्न हुआ है। आप ही सकल शुभ गुणों की खान है। आपका हम प्रतिदिन ध्यान करें और आप हमें विवेकशीलता, धारणावती मेधा, सद्बुद्धि प्रदान करें। O Supreme Being, cause of all manifestations in the universe, source of existence, intelligence and bliss, we meditate upon your adorable nature. May you illumine and inspire our intellect. Swishtakrit Ahuti Prasad Mohan Bhog. Om Yadasya Karmanotyariricam Yadvanyonamiha Karam Agnishtat Swishtakrit Vidyat Sarvam Swishtam Suhotam Karotu Me Agnaye Swishtakrite Sahutahute सर्वप्रायश्चित्ताहुतीनां कामानां समर्पयत्रे सर्वान्नः कामान् समर्पय स्वाहा इदमग्नये श्विष्टकृते इदन्न मम. We make one final offering of ghee only. Om Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idanna Mama. And may we all stand for the final offerings. Purnahuti Mantra. Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha. Yajman, take a little of the remaining ghee and rub it on both palms of your hands. Place your palms close to the fire to absorb some of the heat. Bring your hands towards your face after each one of these mantras. Om Tanu Pagnesi Tanvam Me Pahi. Om Ayurda Agnes Yayur Me Dehi. Om Varchoda Agnesi Varcho Me Dehi. Om Agneyanmi Tanva Unam Tanma Aprina. Om Medha Me Deva Savita Adadhatu. Om Medha Me Devi Saraswati Adadhatu. Om Medha Me Ashvinau Devavadghattam Pushkarasrajau. Om Vakchama Apyayatam. Om Pranashchama Apyayatam. Om Chakshuschama Apyayatam. Om Shrotram Chama Apyayatam. Om Yashobalam Chama Apyayatam. Take your seats. Yaj Pratna Geet. Pujyani. पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए. छोड़ देवे चल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए. वेद की गाय रिछाए सत्य को धारण करे. हर्ष में हो मग्न सारे शोक सागर से तरे. अश्वमेधादिक रचाए यज पर उपकार को. धर्म मर्यादा चलाकर लाभ दे संसार को. नित्य श्रद्धा भक्ति से यज्ञादि हम करते रहे. रोग पीड़ित विश्व के ताप सब हरते रहे. भावना मिट जाए मन से पाप अत्याचार की. कामनाएं पूर्ण होवे यज से नर नार की. लाभकारी ओ हवन हर जीवधारी के लिए. वायु जल सर्वत्र हो शुभ गंध को धारण किए. स्वार्थ भाव मीठे हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो ईदन मम का सार्थक प्रत्येक में व्यवहार हो हाथ जोर झुकाए मस्तक हाथ जोर झुकाए मस्तक वंदना हम कर रही नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रही प्रभु आपकी सब पर रही प्रभु आपकी सब पर रही ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् हे ईश सब सुखी हो कोई न हो दुखारी सब हो निरोग भगवन धन धान्य की भंडारी सब भद्र भाव देखे सन्मार्ग के पथिक हो दुखिया न कोई होवे सृष्टि में प्राणधारी हे ईश सब सुखी हो O Lord, may all be happy, may all be free from misery, may all realize goodness, and may no one suffer pain. Iti Agnihotram Om Shanti 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 Namaste.
Namaste all. Thank you very much, Pandit Ravi and the entire team of wonderful individuals who led us into this morning's Havana Yajna. On behalf of our Pandits Council, the entire administrative body of this mandir, I want to extend a very warm, a very cordial welcome to all of you here this morning. And again, it's so nice to see so many of you wonderful souls, individuals coming out to Mandir this morning, joining us in this third and final session of our Holi Yagna. We are so thankful that since Friday night, last night, today, we're getting very, very good crowds, and we are very pleased with this. I also want to say a very special welcome to Pandit Bisesarji. We haven't seen you in a while, and we all know many of us, we have stayed away to be on the safe side, and we're taking precautions. Bandevi, welcome back from Guyana. I know you were there doing prachar work, and it's so nice to see you in Mandir today, and all the other people who we haven't seen in a while. I wasn't able to call all the names, but there are some people I'm seeing here for the first time in the past few months. Yoga, nice to see you on a Sunday morning in Mandir. We will continue with our program. We have, again, a very interesting program coming up as we've had for the past two sessions. I'll ask, Paniravi stepped away. Yeah, Paniravi, I'll ask you to do the first bhajan for us. And after Paniravi's bhajan, I'd like to put on notice our daughter, Tejal Tulsi. She'll be making a special presentation.
Check 2-1. And continue with the spirit of Holi again. I will do a Holi Geet. रंग रंगीली होली आई, रंग रंगीली होली आई, है कितनी खुशहाली छाई, है कितनी खुशहाली छाई। रंग रंगीली, रंग रंगीली, रंग रंगीली, रंग रंगीली, होली आई रे, आई रे, आई रे, रंग रंगीली होली आई, रंग रंगीली होली आई, है कितनी खुशहाली छाई, है कितनी खुशहाली छाई। आज सुहाना दिन है देखो, आज सुहाना दिन है देखो, दिन है देखो, आज सुहाना दिन है देखो, हर मन में नए जोश आए, हर मन में नए जोश आए। रंग रंगीली, रंग रंगीली, रंग रंगीली, रंग रंगीली, होली आई रे, आई रे, आई रे, रंग रंगीली होली आई, रंग रंगीली होली आई, है कितनी खुशहाली छाई, है कितनी खुशहाली छाई। राम लक्ष्मण भरत शत्रुघ्न, राम लक्ष्मण भरत शत्रुघ्न, सब आपस में होली खेले, सब आपस में होली खेले। रंग रंगीली, रंग रंगीली, रंग रंगीली, रंग रंगीली, होली आई रे, आई रे, आई रे, रंग रंगीली होली आई, है कितनी खुशहाली छाई, है कितनी खुशहाली छाई। हम भी पिचकारी ले आए, हम भी आए, हम भी पिचकारी ले आए, हम भी पिचकारी ले आई, आई, आए, आए, हम भी पिचकारी ले आए, उछल उछल कर रंग बरसाए, उछल उछल कर रंग बरसाए। रंग रंगीली, रंग रंगीली, रंग रंगीली, रंग रंगीली, होली आई रे, आई रे, आई रे, रंग रंगीली होली आई, है कितनी खुशहाली छाई, है कितनी खुशहाली छाई, है कितनी खुशहाली छाई। धन्यवाद।
Hey, kitni kushi hali chai, kushi indeed. As this festival comes around year after year, we look forward to celebrating Holi. Hey, kitni, so much kushi, so much happiness it brings to us all. Ranga Rangili, or with all the different colors that we'll see as the spring comes along. Today, as you know, is the very, very first day of spring, and we're so happy to be in Mandir on the actual first day of spring, this time when it coincides with Diwali. Holy. All right. So at this point, as you know, we have always make every effort to include our youths, our children in our program, however we can. And today, our daughter, Charlotte Tejal Tulsi, will be presenting a poem for us. And this was written by you, Pandit Deepak? No. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Go ahead, Tejal.
Namaste. I will now present a poem entitled Siko, which means learn. Phulo se tum hasana siko, pafaro se tum gana, suraj ki kirano se siko, chakana archakana. Due se tum sare siko, uchi manzil pana. वायु की चौके से सीखो हरकत में ले आना वृक्षों की डाली से सीखो पाला पाकर झुक जाना मेहंदी के पत्तों से सीखो पिस पिस रंग चढ़ाना पत्ते और पैरों से सीखो दुख में दिल बढ़ाना धागे और सुई से सीखो बिछड़े गले लगाना मुर्गों की बोली से सीखो प्रभात प्रभु गुण गाना पानी की मछली से सीखो धर्म के हित मार जाना. Now I will recite the meaning. Let us learn from the flowers to smile, laugh, and blossom in life, and from the bees to sing with joy. Learn from the rays of the sun to awaken early in the morning and awaken others as well. Learn from the billowing smoke to soar to great heights in life, and from the moving wind, we can learn how to inspire people to move on and prosper when life becomes stagnant and dormant. Learn from the laden branches of the trees to bow gently and to be humble, and from the mehendi leaves, learn to bring out your true colors the more you are ground and challenged. Learn from the leaves on the trees to persevere and flourish through stormy times. And from the needle and thread, we can learn how to stitch and bind things and people together. Learn from the crowing of the hens and cocks to sing Lord's praises in the early morning. And from the fish into the water, learn to dive for your dharma as it dives for the lack of water. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Tejal. Very, very beautifully done. Many of us were familiar with that poem, and that also we sing it sometimes. At this point, I'll ask request Pandit Siramji to please come up. He'll be, I think, also doing a special holy song. And Pandit Siramji, please come up. After which, Pandit Bisesarji, you'll be bringing a little holy message, holy greetings for 3 to 5 minutes, 5 minutes the max. And after which, we'll have our announcements by Darshini. Pandit Siramji.
Namaste to everyone and happy Holi. I would sing this holy song, this Geet. I found it in a book. Since I was a small boy wearing short pants, I was singing this bhajan, this Geet. But now I find it so that I can sing it. Those of you may know it. As I sing, you can follow. Who know it, you can follow the bhajan. Om होली खेलत आर्य भाई, होली खेलत आर्य भाई, होली खेलत आर्य भाई, होली खेलत आर्य भाई। सत्य को रंग धर्म पिचकारी, उन्नति अबीर बनाई, खेलत हिल मिल वेद प्रचारक, धर्म ध्वजा पहराई, तिमिर सब जाट नशाई, होली खेलत आर्य भाई, होली खेलत आर्य भाई। वेद मंत्र से हवन करत है, सुगंधि रही जग छाई, करी लालत लेपन केसर का, शोभवरी न जाई, जय ध्वनि बजत बधाई, होली खेलत आर्य भाई, होली खेलत आर्य भाई। अतुल प्रीति सब आर्य भृत की, मिलत हिया लपटाई, कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद है तुमको, जो यह वृक्ष लगाई है, जग तो है फलदाई, होली खेलत आर्य भाई, होली खेलत आर्य भाई। खेलत फाग राग वेद ध्वनि, कहत गणेश भुजाई, पुलकित गात हर शातर्य मिली ऐसा भाग सुखदाई है रचो यह भाग सदाई होली खेलत आर्या भाई होली खेलत आर्य भाई होली खेलत आर्य भाई होली खेलत आर्य भाई.
Thank you very much, Pandit Siramji. Very beautiful, soothing, holy songs. Holy Kelata Arya Bhai. All of us noble brothers and sisters. However, in the best way we can kelat, we can celebrate and we can play holy. Let's continue to do so. And if no, if you were that's that's an original. Who wrote that, Panditji? Anyhow, if you are listening carefully, there was absolute no mistake in the words. And he was when I peeked over, he was reading from actual Devanagari script, which is awesome. Give him another round of applause. Thank you very much. पंडित विशेषर जी आप मंच पर आइए और थोड़ा सा मैसेज हमको दीजिए 5 मिनट के लिए. Darshini, after this you'll be doing the announcements.
Namaste. Namaste, Didi. I haven't seen many of these faces for a long time. Thanks very much for the privilege to offer holy greetings. Pandit Rav, Pandit Deepak, Pandit Prakash, all these young Pandits, my reverence. Sadhana. Sadhana is a process that we practice that enable us to constantly grow. Grow and we grow and we grow. The achievement through the practice of sadhana is to be godlike. Ishwar Stuti Pratana is being in the state of presence of powers. Powers of self-consciousness, powers of self-awareness, powers of self-test, self-proof, double-checking, sure, accurate. An example of godliness, Ishwar Stuti. Just simple terms. I'll go through these 5 steps. Then I get to holy and the importance of holy. Third is Shanti Karan. Shanti Karan is a process to achieve peacefulness. Food, clothes, housing, healthcare, education, financial security, competitiveness, friends, loyalty to the laws, in society where you prosper, you're secured within these basic survival needs. You're so secure that time is unlimited for you. You don't have to worry about next week I'm going to worry about food, or I do not have enough resources to support my family or to provide for the needs of my children. Anything that you need, you have it, you're secured. Shanti. That's a state of peacefulness, something to be achieved. Agnihotra is the interactive process within us. How we deal with challenges, how we prepare ourselves to deal with challenges, how we methodize ourselves, the kind of a strength we need, the kind of a material strength we need, the kind of spiritual strength we need, the conviction, self-test. Time must not find fault in the method, your practice, your gains, your things that you produce, time must not find fault with it. It's equal to the workings of the divine natures of existence. Agnihotra, Brahm Stotra, Brahma Stotra. Now these are very difficult things I talked about. Now, where are the teachings that can enable each one of us to go through these processes and achieve something? We talk about dharma, karma, art, moksha, vasanas. Dharma are natural laws. Karma is how we adhere to, how we qualify ourselves with the wisdom of natural laws, how we harness their powers, how we methodize it, and how we apply it. Vasanas is what we gain, the sentiments we gain that's become entrenched in our emotions, in our belief, in our love, in our happiness, in our consistency, that it's lodged in our soul, that will continue with our soul. Vasana. Then we have Vamdev Ganam. Vamdev is an example of human godly achievement. We have Ram, we have Bhagwan Krishna, we have Buddha, we have Muhammad, we have Jesus Christ. In our teachings, we have many great saints that's equal in, just like these, more prominent examples of Sri Krishna, Sri Ram, that they are very humble and simple people. They don't live in mansion. They sit on the soil. They live there in a simple hut. But they achieve one level of skillfulness that anywhere they go and at any time they are asked upon, they can represent the nature of that subject. Our doctors, they are qualified in a particular field of expertise. He is in accounting, he is in neuroscience, he is in medical development, medicine, can express the expertise of that. Similarly, Vamdev are the simple people that have achieved the excellence of representing nature. So basically, that's our practice. When we come to Monday and we practice these things, it's an overhead understanding to have what we are indulging in. Now comes to Holi. Holi, we color, fragrance, very fundamental. Color and fragrance. If you look at the flower from the time it starts to bud, or even right now, springtime, the tree is brown, and then you see it starts to bud, be brownish, and then you see a little bit of green coming out at the tip of the bud, and it will grow, and eventually the stem will come out, and you have a flower. And the flower will vary in color from the time it starts to bud out to the time it becomes fully bloom. Look at that fragrance. Look at it. Look at the flower garden, how many different flowers are there. Look at how the bees go and dwell with them and extract honey and go in their nest and store it. And then we can go and extract it and get purified honey. That's an example of teaching us how we must cultivate our awareness, our mindful beauty, our mindful fragrance, so that as we live our life, we nurture our body with this degree of mindfulness, this degree of fragrance, and we express it, we carry it as an aroma, that anywhere we go, any home we go to, we don't take garbage there. We leave inspiration over there. We go there and we leave values, fortified values of richness for that family to uphold and follow through. We sing Chautal. Chautal has four verses, and each verse has 4 lines, and each line we sing it 4 times. Devi Sharada Sumiro Manahu Hriday Se Ho Jani. First line is very slow. The confidence of meeting together, the trust of being together as a group, the dependence and the reliability, how we share information, how we share our respect, how we share our gains, how we share our values. We accept each other for who we are. And we're going to start in common level of agreement and unity. That's sentiments of the first line. Dabishara da sumiro mana hudidai se hojani. Some confidence have developed. Now that confidence have developed, I can follow some of these teachings and achieve something. This is our group. That's another group. We go over there as a group and we sing with that other group and we interchange. Dabishara da sumiro mana hudidai se hojani. It's good here, it's good there, it's good everywhere, it's good yesterday, it's good today, it's good tomorrow, it's good always. Don't be afraid to let it out. And the fourth line, yes, we have spread it, we have agreed upon it, we have practiced it, we have lived it, our children is growing with it, our children believe in it, my parents have taught me this, it's good then, it's good today, it's good always. We are calm now. The final line, come back calm and peaceful. As we celebrate Holi, may we be reminded of our culture. May we come to Mandir. May we grow together as a common Hindu family. Namaste ji.
Thank you very much, Pandit Bisesarji, and enlightening us a little there on Chautal and other aspects of Holi. At this time, our organizing secretary, Bandar Shani, will be giving us today's announcements.
Namaste, everyone. We'd like to begin by reminding you of our weekly Sandhya and meditation sessions. These sessions are led by Pandit Deepak Raman every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. via Zoom. So if you would like to participate in these sessions, please reach out to Pandit Deepak for the Zoom link. Next, we'd like to inform you about our Mahela group. Our Mahela group meets once per month for some very healthy discussions, and we're also a very integral part of this mandir. If you would like to get involved in our Mahela group, you can contact Panita Nirvani. She's the lead liaison for this program. We'd also like to remind you of our monthly youth forums. These forums are currently being held on Sundays, and you can contact Diana for more information on how to get involved. If you would like to make a donation and you cannot do so in person, we are providing you with a QR code. You can scan the code on your screen, or if you're currently using your device, you can click on the link in the live stream. And that link will take you to our PayPal process where you'll be able to make a donation. We're asking that you include your name and your contact information so that we can send you a receipt. Finally, if you'd like to for us to do a special mantra for you, if you have an occasion, you can submit your name, photos, and a message to the email address. And that our email address is aryaspiritualcenter@gmail.com. Center is spelled CENTRE. And that email address is on the screen. We're also asking that you send your submissions on the Thursday before the Sunday service on which we would make the announcement. That would give us enough time to include your message. In other announcements, we are asking you to save the date for the following upcoming programs. Our first upcoming program is the Pagwad Parade Committee will be hosting a cultural program on March 27th, and that will be at Lefferts and Liberty Avenue. So March 27th is the cultural program for Holi, and the assembly time is at 12 p.m. at Lefferts and Liberty Avenue. In celebration of Arya Samaj Foundation Day, we will be celebrating at the Arya Spiritual Center grounds, and that will take place on April 10th, and assembly time is 9 a.m. This is going to be a multi-con celebration, so You have to bring your family and friends and your havan kun and your havan ingredients. In addition, and this is the last announcement, if you would like to make contribute to us any supplies, we are asking you to kindly contact the Mahela group to set that up, and we are greatly appreciative of your donation. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you so much, Darshini. As you just heard, coming up also not a very, very important as the Multikund Havani Yajna. We want as many families in our mandir to participate. And so today, please give your name to Bhai Sagar, myself, or any of the executive member. We want to get at least 10 names today, and as we go along, we can at least, but much more. But the UASF, the United Arya Samaj Federation, as you know, every around this time of the year in April, they have a week-long celebration. So real quick, let me tell you what's happening. Starting April 2nd, they have an event at the Maharishi Dayanand Gurukul starting at 6:30 p.m. On April 3rd, Arya Samaj Long Island is hosting an event at 3 p.m. Thursday, April 7th, Arya Samaj USA. Friday, April 10th, Bronx Arya Samaj at 6:30 p.m. Saturday, April 9th, Arya Samaj Hillside. That's 150-22 Hillside Avenue, and that's 4 p.m. And Sunday at the Arya Spiritual Center ground, as you heard, 9 a.m. we assemble. The flag raising will be at 9:45. And so before we go into today's pravachan, we have one other little holy song. As you know, we are here still in the feeling of Holi. And so we'll all join our voices with Neeraj and others as we sing this together. Nandalala, होली खेले बिरज में झूम मची है नंदलाला होली खेले बिरज में झूम के नंदलाला होली खेले बिरज में झूम मची है अरे सर से पाव तक बीच गई ब्रजवाला अरे बीच डगर में राधा में रंग डाला डाला नंद लाला
होली खेले बिरज में जो मचे
है नंद लाला ऑल ऑफ अस होली खेले बिरज में जो मचे है नंद लाला ओ होली खेलेंगे ओ झांझर वाली से ओ होली खेलेंगे ओ झांझर वाली से ओ हम क्या डरते हैं किसी की गाली से होली खेलेंगे ओ झांझर
वाले से
हार पर जोरी पीछे पर गए ये मतवाला टूटी मेरी कांच की चोरी फिर गया पान कबाला बाला नंद
लाला
होली खेले बिरज में झूम मची है नंद
लाला
होली खेले
बिरज में जो मचे है
ओ रंग एक रंग में ओ अपने बेगाने ओ रंग एक रंग में ओ अपने बेगाने ओ कैसे फिर कोई किसी को पहचाने रंग एक रंग में ओ अपने बेगाने सामने जाए जो भी आया हमने कुछ का देखा दुश्मन के भी गले में हमने डाल की प्रेम की माला माला नंद
लाला
होली खेले बिरज में झूम मची है नंद लाला होली खेले बिरज में झूम मची अरे सर सर से पाव तक बीच गए ब्रजवाला अरे बीच डगर में राधा में रंग डाला डाला
रंग लाला
होली खेले
बिरज में जो
मची है नंद लाला होली खेले बिरज में झूम मची है नंद लाला होली खेले बिरज में झूम मची है. Those of us who are familiar with holy songs, you will know, in Mathura and in India, especially in UP, in Uttar Pradesh, where, the teachings of and the stories of Sri Krishna is very popular. These are some of the very beautiful holy songs. Last night we heard a very beautiful one, Sri Ram, celebrating Holi by our son Neeraj. And so at this point, I'd like to introduce our pravakta, our speaker or Panditji for today's yajna. Let's all please stand as we ask our Pandit Deepak Ji to take the Brahma Asana. Om. Yes, sorry. All the Pandits, please come next to Pandit Ravi. 1 minute. Om. All of us with clasped palms. Om Abrahman Brahmano Brahma Varchasi Jayata Arashtre Rajanyo Shuro Isho Vyoti Yadi Maharato Jayata Dogre Denur Vodana Vana Shussapti Purandir Yosha Jishnuratheshtaha Sabeyo Yuvasaya Yajmanasya Suviro Jayata Nikame Nikame Naha Parjanyo Varshatu Palavatyo Naha Aushadaya Panchajan Yogakshemo Naha Kalpata Om Swasti Om Swasti Om Swasti.
Namaste, everybody. Om Yang Medham Devagana Pitaraschopasate Ayama Madhya Medhayagne Medhavinam Kuru. Can I ask you all to stand for a minute? Yeah. Let us sing the chorus of Yaha Om Ka Chanda. Okay? यह ओम का झंडा आता है यह ओम का झंडा आता है सोने वालों जाग चलो सोने वालों जाग चलो यह ओम का झंडा आता है, यह ओम का झंडा आता है, सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, यह ओम का झंडा आता है, यह ओम का झंडा आता है, सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो.
उच्चार है.
Okay, thank you so much. Take a seat. Yesterday, the UN report, United Nations report, called the Happiness Index came out. Some of you might know about the Happiness Index. So the Happiness Index is based on certain criteria like income, how good the income is, how good the healthcare is, how much leisure time the people have. Which country was the top of that list? Anybody? What do you think? Sweden, Denmark, Norway, you're getting close. Finland. North America came down on the list. Finland is considered to be, by the UN standards, the happiest country in the world. Which country came at the bottom of the list? Yes, on this list of the UN, Afghanistan came at the bottom of the list for obvious reasons. There is a story that we used to learn when we were going to Hindi class. So this king now, he had all the wealth. He's a king, and he was very unhappy. He told his soldiers, go out in the fields, go out in the forests, go out in the villages and find the happiest man for me. I want to know his secret of happiness. Because I'm not happy. I think I would have been happy with all of this, surrounded by this royal wealth. But I am not happy. And the soldiers went and they looked all over. Anybody they ask, my father died, I'm not happy. I don't have enough food in the house. My house is not big enough, so I'm not happy. And so everybody had a reason not to be happy. And the soldiers were going back now to deliver this message to the king that we couldn't find a single person who said they were happy. And they heard somebody singing in the forest. Nice, soothing song. So they went there and they saw a shepherd sitting on a little rock, singing away. So let's ask this man, just out of curiosity. They thought he couldn't be the happiest man, but out of curiosity, let's ask this final person. So they went up to this man, they asked, the king wants to know if you're a happy man. He said, yes, of course. That's what I'm saying. He said, what is the secret of your happiness? He said, look, I don't even have a shirt. I eat my dry roti. I have no worries. I am with these lovely animals. I am with nature. I am happy. The UN Happiness Index is based on how much income you have. By that criteria alone, most of us don't fall in the category. But are we happy? Can you be happy without income? Look at the richest people in the world and check, see if they're the happiest ones. Pandit Bharat did a beautiful pravachan explaining what is the meaning of festival. And children, listen up to this. He said the word is, for festival is, ut sava. Ut means, as Pandit Ravi was beautifully wove into the theme again, ut means to rise, to go up. Ut uttam, utho, utsav, utishtha, rise. Sava means to be reborn or to be born. So to regenerate, to rejuvenate, to revitalize, to invigorate. Utsav, to have now a better version of yourself. Utsav means to create a better version of yourself. Tell me, how many festivals were there in the ancient times? Even now, how many festivals do you have in Hindu calendar? Plenty. Plenty. And what was the reason for that? Here's the reason. O Madhuvata Ritayate. May the winds blow sweetly for us. This is the thought of our ancestors. Happiness does not lie in the type of car you have, nor in the size of your house. Look at what their vision of happiness was. Madhu, sweetness in life. Madhuvata ritayate. May the seasons and may the atmosphere, the vata, may the wind just blow sweet. How many times in our childhood we could remember in the back dam or wherever you were playing on the mango tree, and you could have memories of how sweet it was. How sweet those days were. Now when we become adults, we think happiness is how much you have. The perspective change, and we become so disappointed so quickly. Madhu ksharanti sindhavaha. May the rivers flow sweetly. How many of you went and bathed in the rivers and in the dam and in the canal and you enjoyed yourself with your friends? Or in the beach? Those were great times. The simple, natural things of life is where happiness is. This is the vein. Madhu naktamuto shasa. May the nights be sweet. What is so sweet about the night? The stars. How many times in the old days we go outside and make a bonfire and roast corn? You roast corn or chana or potato, sweet potato, something. And the whole luck. And the stars and the sky. And the whole ambience is so beautiful. Do we enjoy the nights now? Or we have to work in the night? Do we take a walk and look at the moon and the stars and say, this is real happiness? This is the Veda saying this. Madhu parthivam rajaha madhu dyaurastuna pita. May the dust of the earth be sweet. How can dust be sweet? You ever tasted? A long time when a mango fall on the ground, you take it up just and you start to eat. It have dust in it. There's dust on it. We never wash the mango to eat it. Friends, and we more healthy now. Now the children, their immune system is not as strong as ours long time. Now asthma and immune disease, autoimmune is prevalent because the immune system has not been challenged enough. And we grow up in enclosed houses where the atmosphere and the air is not that great. We close up for whole year because the summer too hot, close up everything, air conditioned. Winter too cold, close up everything. We close up whole year. No air, no freshness. It impacts the immune system. So may the dust be sweet. May the earth. How many of our children, how many of us, some of us may have, put our hands in the dirt and feel the sweetness of the dirt? Just by putting your hands there, the vibrations impact you. This is why we come from an agrarian. Our source is agrarian. Agriculture is life. So the Ved saw sweetness and happiness everywhere. And so it came spontaneously inside too. It began to regenerate inside of you, because if you see the sun is sweet and the moon is sweet and the earth is sweet, then everything becomes sweet. The night is sweet, the rivers are sweet. Madhu, 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 madhu everywhere. What a wonderful thought. And this is the mantra that we use in the marriage ceremony when we launch in two people into their married life. May everything be sweet, and may you call your wife Madhu, and may the wife call you Madhu too. Honey. Madhu means honey. May you call her Madhu, and may she call you Madhu. It's all about Madhu, the sweetness of life. And that's all we need, friends. So the Utsava is to remind us, go back to the simple things to find happiness. In fact, every day was a festival in the ancient times. Every day you would have to do your havan, do your sandhya. It was a celebration of life. Now people go to the funeral parlor and they call that the celebration of life. We should strike off, as Hindus, strike off that line that says celebration of life. You can't celebrate somebody's life when they're dead. What nonsense is that? You celebrate when they're alive. So our ancient rishis had this wonderful vision of celebrating life every day. Every day. So you're not too late to enjoy. You have no regrets when your time comes, or say when the bell tolls for you, there's no regret. Because he wasn't waiting to say, well, when my children get big, I will do the things I want to do. When I get more money, I'll do this and that. When never comes. Celebrate life every day. In order for these festivals to work, we have to live in a learning culture. If you are to become a better person by the time Holi comes next year, sometimes people say, he's the same way. He's the same thing. 10 years ago, he's the same thing. And now he's the same thing. He's talking the same way. He's doing the same thing. Something is wrong there. Then you're not celebrating these festivals. Because the festival is meant to take you to another level every time, every festival, every day. The only way that could happen is if we live in a learning culture, a seeking culture, a discovering culture, that we have to commit to learning. Let me give you an example of what happened here this morning. This mandir has, how many of you know Hawan by heart here? Just raise your hands. How many of you know the whole Hawan by heart? Very well. I see one hand went up. Well, the Pandits, please put on your hands. One hand went up. Well, Behin Devi too is a Pandita, so I have to take. No hand, nobody knows Hawan by heart. We have about 15 Hawan books here. I sent the children to give out the Hawan books, Charlotte and Annabelle. Do you know they brought back about 10 and put it back on the shelf there? About 12 must be going around. What does that say? We not interested in to learn? No, a lot of people were not reading from the books I saw. So that's why I sent Charlotte. What message are we communicating there? Are we not engaged in this Hawan? Is it just something going on there with the Pandits? That's their business. So, a learning culture. You know, the first universities in the world, who could tell me which is the very first university in all of history? The home. The universe is a university. But in the more formal sense. Do you know in the Western world what was the first university? The University of Bologna in Italy, founded in 1088, about 1200 years ago. The University of Bologna, I don't know if it still exists, but that was the first university known in the Western world. Which was the first in the Eastern world? Nalanda. We had 12 universities in ancient times. 2,000 and 3,000 years ago, we had 12 universities in India. Takshashila, Kashmir Samast, Nalanda, Vallabhi University, Sharda Peeth, Pushpagiri Vihar, Odantapuri University, Vikramashil, Somapur Mahavir, Vikrampur Vihar, and Jagadala Mahavir. 12 universities in ancient India. Why? We thought universities are a modern thing. This just come out. No. This is why in our culture we produce geniuses. The first grammarian, Panini. The first book of medicine and good health, Ayurveda, Charakan Sushruta. The first book on logics in the 6 systems of Indian philosophy. And so on and so on and so on. The first. This is a learning culture. And if you're not a learning person, you will not strive in this culture. It's a learning until the end. So in the Manusmriti, there's a beautiful line which says, Swam charitram shikshiran prithivyam sarvamanavaha mano. In ancient times, people used to come to India to go to university. People went to India, just as how we go to these various Ivy Leagues and so on, and we are proud of that. People from all over the Chinese travelers recorded in their journals. Marco Polo, this person, European person, was going to try to reach to the east, to trade in spices. He recorded the greatness of the Indian civilization, all because it's a learning culture. That's why that poem that Charlotte did this morning is so beautiful. It said, Sikho. And Sikho is a command. It's not a word for us. It's a command. It says, you have to learn. Sanatan Dharma is not a belief culture. Just believe this and it's okay. Just believe that and it's okay. No. Sanatan Dharma is a seeking culture. Look for it, find it, discover it. To do that, you gotta learn. Friends, while we are learning, we should not become too possessed of our learning. Vidya dadati vinayam. We should not feel that we are bigger than others because we know a few sentences or a few words more. Vidya dadati vinayam. Learning brings humility. But while we are learning, do you know, this is the beautiful thing about it. We all become teachers while we are learning. You're also a teacher. We are all teachers. Look at this poem. Walk a little slower, Daddy, said a little child so small. And Daddy here could be mommy, could be Pandit, could be president, could be prime minister. Walk a little slower, Daddy, said a little child so small. I am following in your footsteps, and I don't want to fall. We are all daddies. We are setting the example. Sometimes your steps are so fast. Sometimes they are hard to see. So walk a little slower, Daddy, for you are leading me. Someday when I'm all grown up, you are what I want to be. Powerful line. Someday when I'm all grown up, you are what I want to be. Then I will have a little child who will want to follow me. So walk a little slower, Daddy. And I would want to lead. Oh, yes. So when I have a little child and who will want to follow me, and I would want to lead just right, to lead my child right, and know that I was true. So walk a little slower, Daddy. Friends, while we are learning, while we're in a learning culture, we are also in a teaching environment. We're all teachers. People are imitating us. People are looking for examples. And this is why we need to be very, very mindful. This poem brings out a very important point, and I want to know if you will agree with me. Why is the child asking the daddy to walk slower? Is the daddy in a race? And what we call that race nowadays? What race we call it? Oh, okay. Daddy is in a rat race. What is the rat race? The rat race is to jump over somebody else, exploit somebody else, overtake somebody else, do more than somebody else, have more than somebody else, have a better one. And that's the rat race. Consumerism. This child is saying, Daddy, why are you going so fast? In your feverish pace, you're forgetting me. And this is what happens at times. Another child said to his parents, in this learning environment that I'm talking, I'd rather see a lesson than hear one any day. Show me it. Let me see you do it. You want me to go Monday? You go. You come. You want me to go to the classes? You come. Don't tell me to go. The child is saying, I'd rather see a lesson than hear one any day. I'd rather you walk with me than merely tell me the way. The eye is a better teacher and more willing than the ear. When I see, it's a better teaching for me rather than hearing from you. You see, counsel is confusing, but example is very clear. The best of all of our teachers are those who live their creeds. For to see good put into action is what everybody needs. I can soon learn to do it if you let me see it done. I can watch your hands in action, but your tongue is too fast, may run. It works a little too fast for me, Daddy, or whoever. And the counsel you are giving me may be very fine and true, but I'd rather get my lesson by observing what you do. You like that poem? The learning environment, friends. We are all in learning and teaching. And this is our culture. Our culture says, learn and teach. Learn and teach. Shri Krishna says, beautiful line, beautiful verse. Yadyadacharati shreshthas tad tad evetaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. Shri Krishna says, Yad acharati shrishtas. Whatever the great ones do, whatever the leaders do, the ordinary person will follow, thinking that is the right thing. So be careful as your leader, as whatever, in whatever position you are, be careful of what you do. I would like to say this morning. When I was a boy growing up, I used to see my father sitting in those hammock, the sugar bag hammock. Sugar bags make hammock. And he used to be reading. Rice bag, okay. Well, in Trinidad, we had sugar as well, yes. And my father could not read in English, but he was very fluent in Hindi. And I would be just somewhere in the background, and I would hear him reading in Hindi, and all of a sudden he will stop. He's choked up. He's crying. He would be reading the life of Swami Dayanand, and he's all choked up. And I know he's crying. Did you cry at any time? Were you emotionally affected by your dharma? Did tears come to your eye to see the beauty of this when you compare it with anything else? You have to go through that process to love this. You have to engage with it. Coming to Mandir is not good enough. Not good enough. And even when you come to Mandir, engage in the process. You're not a participant. You're not a spectator when you come to Mandir. You're a participant. This is not a display of a Pandit doing Hawan and a few people sitting. This is not a display. If you understand it that way, then that isn't right. This is a participatory event. And the more we participate, the more we get out of it. This is why we have an issue today. Sanatan Dharma has survived all other ancient cultures. Greek culture is no more. There's no Greek culture. You go to Greece as a tourist to enjoy the beaches now. No culture. They have a few ruins here and there and this and that. The ancient Chinese culture is no more. You have a little bit of Taoism and a little bit of Confucianism and a lot of confusion. And most people are Buddhists, Indian culture. Ancient Egypt, the pharaohs, and they have a lot of mummies still. No daddies. But it's done. Nothing left. The culture is no longer there. Which ancient culture is surviving today? Only one. Without a break, without a stop, continuously for the longest, they can't measure how long. Sanatan Dharam, Indian culture. And that is the reason we are now, Hindus are now under the radar. Hindus are now, Indian culture and Hindus are now under the radar, and you should not take that for granted. There are forces, there are movements out there with their eyes on Hindus only. With their eyes on those idolaters, with their eyes on those fire worshippers, and their eyes on those satanic people. Get that clear if you're a Hindu. If we are not vigilant, if we are not awake, as Pandits have been saying the last 2 days, come the next generation, our numbers would have dwindled. On the other hand, America is taking up yoga at a very high price in those yoga studios, but we have it free in this mandir. Diana has a class. How many of us, or wherever you could get it, how many of us are practicing yoga? The Americans and the Germans and the Swiss, they have expensive studios. Ayurveda is flourishing in this country, now even more than in India. Dr. Vasant Lad in California is a very thriving practice there, very well known. Ayurveda is ours. Are we using this? So we have to be very vigilant. The only way is to engage yourself fully in this culture. Music, Pandit Ravi is a legacy, has left a legacy in music. Send your children to learn some music. Sit and do Havan in your home once a week, twice a week, whatever. Once a month. Do your Sandhya. Let your children see you doing worship. Nothing wrong with that. Language, Hindi and Sanskrit. It's not nice to hear somebody come up here and say, bye Paras. Are you telling Parasi bye? We have our language system. Bhai. Bhai Paras. Especially people who are in leadership roles must take cognizance of the very basic, at the basic level of these things. This is where the culture will survive. In the language, in the music, in the dress, in the Havan. And then at a higher level, you take it into study of the philosophy. So friends, Holi reminds us. Holi comes every year to remind us. Diwali comes every year. Krishna Janmashtami comes every year. Ram Navami comes every year. Raksha Bandhan comes every year to remind us. Engage commit yourself to the culture. What else you have to commit yourself to? I don't know what is American culture, so I don't know what to follow. I don't know what is America. I live here, but I don't know what's the culture. If I want to follow itself, I don't know what to follow. What is American culture? Pop music? Soul music? Hamburgers? French fries? What is the culture here? I don't know. I know what is Sanatan Dharma, bhajan, bhojan, bhasha, bhesh, and bhavana. I know what is Sanatan Dharma culture. In closing, let me say, friends, we have a foundation here. We have a good mandir, beautiful mandir. We have this space. Many other mandirs are I would be very glad to have what we have. Let us make use of it. Let us turn out. And when you turn out, help. Help. Give. There's much to be done here. Put your hand, lend a hand. And most importantly, seek ho, learn, seek ho, learn, seek ho, learn. Join with me now as we close. Om Asato Va Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. We bow in reverence to our great founder, Pandit Ramlal ji, who left us, but who has left a great legacy for us. Thank you so much. May God bless each and every one of you. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Pandit Deepak ji. Very relevant theme, Siko. In the beginning, he talked about, last two Holi or 5 years ago, if you dress the same way, so among the Pandits, I've gotten my red angocha this time, because I know he will mention something. If you were the same thing, that means you haven't made a change. Pandit Deepak, I made a change, okay? All right. See, I got y'all to laugh. That's good. When you come to Mandir, as you heard the poem, Hasana Siko. The topic is Siko. And Niraj, that Lexus RS you drive, you told me that thing brings you a lot of happiness, but Pandit Deepak kind of disapprove of that. Anyhow, one thing before we stand for the RT, and that's true. That thing where we go to the funeral home and say celebration of life. These people who, and I know we help all to prepare that eulogy. Cross that out. Pua Bojuti, I don't know if she was here, but right. But while I mentioned her one of her family, right here about 4 or 5 years ago, that husband and wife, they celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary. That gentleman doesn't come to our mandir, but he loves the way we do our hawan. He's from the Bronx. And he said, Pandit Bharat, I'm going to do this hawan yajna, but you have to give my speakers a few minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, and I will have enough time. And he said, now I'm celebrating my 60th wedding anniversary. I want to hear all the good things that you have to say about me while I'm alive, not when I'm lying there. And in the course of my 25 years of doing, I've had the privilege of officiating at 3 60th wedding anniversaries. I don't know our fellow Pandits, they also have done some. But when you have, whether it's in the mandir, whether as Pandit Deepak said, at home, small or however, celebrate our life while we are living. So again, thank you so much, Pandit Deepak ji. You touched on some very important points that if we're to emulate them and make them a part of our lifestyle, indeed, next Holi, as we do another yajna, we'll be so much more higher there in the learning and teaching process and making our lives better. Again, real quick before we close, all those who provided lunch today, by David and your family, Devika, I know you all provided some food. Other members brought some curry and other things. Thank you all so much. All the people who provided lunch. Lavina and all our technicians at the back. Thank you guys, our producers, for a wonderful job here this morning. And all of you, wonderful souls, all of us who have started from Friday night, last night and tonight, on behalf of the entire executive leadership, our trustees, our Pandits Council, I want to say thank you all. Our youth forum, I want to say thank you all so much for making our Yajna a very, very successful one. Indeed, it's being a successful one. With these few words, let's all stand for the Aarti and bring today's Yajna to a close. Neeraj will lead us in the Aarti, and any one of our Viranganas can help Neeraj. Go ahead, Neeraj.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख विन से मन का स्वामी दुख विन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहो किसकी स्वामी शरण गहो किसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा तुम बिन और न दूजा आस करो जिसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे
All of us.
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे अथ शांति पातः ओम द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्ति राप शान्ति रोषधयः शान्ति वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि ओम शान्तिः 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 ओम प्रेम से बोलो ओमकार भगवान की जय प्रेम से बोलो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की जय प्रेम से बोलो योगेश्वर
श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। प्रेम से बोलो जगत गुरु महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद की जय। प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय।
प्रेम से बोलो होली उत्सव 2022 की जय। भोजन मंत्र।
ओम अनपते अनस्य नो देहि यनमिवस्य शुष्मिनः प्रप्रदातारं तारिष ऊर्जन्नो देहि द्विपदे चतुष्पदे। ओम शांति शांति शांति।